There are 3 miles of highway in New Mexico. My dad drove for 30 years, and he says something out there has been counting truck drivers ever since. If stories like this keep you up at night, hit subscribe, because my dad kept this one to himself for 20 years before he ever told us. My dad was a truck driver for 30 years. Long haul, coast to coast, gone for weeks at a time. He retired last year, and on the night of his retirement, sitting around the table with the family, he finally told us something he'd been carrying quietly for 2 decades. He said there's a stretch of highway in New Mexico, mile marker 81 to mile marker 84. 3 miles of road. He'd driven it hundreds of times over the years, and in all that time he'd learned exactly one rule. Never stop between those markers. Not for anything. He learned that rule the hard way, back in 1994. He was running behind schedule that night, completely exhausted, and pulled over between marker 181 and 82, just planning to close his eyes for 20 minutes. He woke up to someone knocking on his cab window. A man was standing there. Completely ordinary looking. Flannel shirt, jeans, nothing unusual about him at all. He said his car had broken down and asked for a ride to the next town. My dad said something about it felt wrong immediately, though he couldn't explain what exactly. Still, he told the man to get in. The man walked around toward the passenger side. My dad watched him in the mirror the whole way. He walked around the front of the truck, straight into the headlights, and disappeared. Not ran, not ducked out of view, just gone, mid-step, right there in the light. My dad sat there for a full minute, frozen. Then he heard it. Knocking. Coming from underneath the truck. 3 slow knocks from directly below him. He drove. He didn't stop again for 200 miles. Since then, he told us, every single truck driver he's ever met who knows that road knows about those exact 3 miles. And every one of them has a story. A different man each time, different face, different height. But always the same flannel shirt, the same jeans, the same disappearing act, the same 3 knocks from underneath the truck afterward. He said he asked an old-timer once, a driver who'd been running that same route for decades, what he thought it actually was. The old man looked at him like the answer should have been obvious. He said, "It's not trying to get a ride, son. It's counting." My dad asked, "Counting what?" The old man was quiet for a moment before he answered, "Drivers. It's counting drivers. And someday when it's counted enough of us, it's going to stop one of us. For good." Hearing my dad tell this story after all these years, what stuck with me wasn't just the fear in his voice. It was the fact that he never once broke his own rule again, not one single time in 30 years on the road. Some warnings, once you understand where they come from, aren't worth questioning twice. Sometimes the wisest thing you can do is simply respect the boundary, even when you can't fully explain why it exists.